Ranking every NFL team by how likely I would be to name one of my future children after their head coach. I'll only be considering the coach's last name because that's way more fun, and my last name is Brown, so that'll be a factor too. Number 32 is a no-brainer, the Bears, Nagy. If I named my child Nagy Brown, he would be destined to be the most annoying human being you've ever met in your life. 31, the Patriots, Belichick. This is not a very common last name, so anytime people hear it, they probably think of him, so they think I named my kid after him. I hate the Patriots. I would never do that. 30, the Falcons, Smith Brown. Two very obvious last names. That sounds so dumb. 29, Washington, Rivera. Again, too much of a last name to be paired with the last name Brown. 28, the Buccaneers, Arians. Now, Arian by itself would not be bad, but Arians, plural, am I naming multiple children? No, I'm just naming one kid. I'm not giving him a plural name. 27, the Colts, Reich. Now, to me, the way this name is spelled looks like it would be pronounced Reach or Reich, not Reich, so I don't like that difference there. I wouldn't use this for my kid. 26, the Jets, Saleh. Saleh Brown just does not work together. 25, the Ravens, Harbaugh. Harbaugh would make an awful first name. 24, the Packers, LaFleur. Doesn't sound awful, but I've just never been a fan of first names that have two capital letters, so I'm out on this one. 23, the Rams. Similarly, McVay. We've got two capital letters, and I don't like that, but McVay sounds a little bit better than LaFleur. 22, the Cowboys. Another one with two capital letters, but it sounds better than the others we've seen so far. And 21, the last of the two capital letters, McDermott, but this one definitely sounds the best for a first name out of all four. 20, the Broncos with Fangio. A pretty cool sounding last name, but I just don't think it works for a first name. Fangio Brown sounds kind of weird. 19, the Browns, Stefanski. Kind of sounds like an off-brand version of the name Stephanie, so that's the only reason it made it this far, but still not a great first name. 18, the 49ers, Shanahan. Kind of sounds like Shannon a little bit, so that's why I made it this far. 17, the Dolphins, Flores. It means flower, so maybe this could be kind of cute for a little girl, but still less than ideal for a first name. 16 is the Eagles, Sirianni. Now, maybe if I were Italian, I would consider this one because Sirianni Brown has a nice ring to it, but since I'm not Italian, this name doesn't have meaning to me. 15, the Raiders, Gruden. Gruden Brown doesn't sound great, but it's also not awful. 14, the Texans, Cully. Same thing, not the best, but it could be worse. There's also a famous actor named McCully, so it maybe could be kind of like that. 13, the Panthers, Rule. Rule Brown doesn't sound too awful, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if there's someone out there that used this name for their child's first name. 12, the Steelers, Tomlin. Now, Tomlin by itself for a first name doesn't sound the best, but paired with my last name, Tomlin Brown has a decent ring to it. 11, the Cardinals, Kingsbury. Now, I would never actually use this name, but with my last name, it sounds amazing. Kingsbury Brown, I mean, that's phenomenal. That's the only reason it made it this far. 10 is the Chargers, Staley. Kind of sounds like Stanley. Maybe you could justify actually using this for a name. 9, the Vikings, Zimmer. Zimmer just kind of rolls off the tongue, and so does Zimmer Brown, so that's why it made it this far. Another one that I wouldn't be surprised if someone actually has this name. Number 8, the Giants, Judge. Now, yeah, it is a little bit funny, but I mean, come on. Judge Brown, that sounds absolutely epic. Number 7, the Seahawks, Carroll. Obviously, Carroll is a very real name, so that's why it's this high on the list. But the reason it's not any higher is, have you ever met anyone named Carroll that's under the age of 50? I think not. Number 6 is the Titans, Vrabel. Now, when I first made the list, I had this one way lower until I said it in the video. I said Vrabel Brown, and I was like, hold up. That actually has a pretty good ring to it. So it might be kind of cute, even though it's a little bit weird for a name. Number 5, the Jags, Meyer. It speaks for itself. A pretty normal name. Meyer Brown, not too bad. Number 4, the Chiefs, Reed. Another one that is a normal, common name, so an easy choice to be near the top of the rankings. Number 3, the Saints, Peyton. I actually know a bunch of people with this name, so this one absolutely would work, and you can use it for a boy or a girl. Number 2, the Bengals, Taylor. I've always liked this name. It also could work for a girl or a boy, and Taylor Brown sounds pretty good. And number 1, the Lions, Campbell. I like that it could work for a girl or a boy, but the best thing about this one is that while it's still a common name, it's not super popular, so my child's name would be unique.